5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. What's up, champions? Welcome to Getting Real with Réal, where we ask the question, do we want it or are we just talking about it? Where we get raw, real, authentic, and brutally honest so that we can be the best version of ourselves. Well, welcome back. And today's episode is, are we a people pleaser? Is our life determined on how many likes and comments we get? Are we looking for approval from people? Do we decide who we are by what people think of us and how many times they say you are awesome? No. Check it out.
Excuse me. Boom, what's up, champions? West Side, Roll Tide. You can see the A for Roll Tide there. So are we a people pleaser? This goes in alignment with what we were talking about yesterday. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. How can we show up and not be a people pleaser, right? Because, and I'll share a story with you in a second. Let's go. Let's get to the top of the stairs. Let's get it done. And we will continue this. Let's look at where we're going and attack it, right? Attack. Don't take no prisoners. Boom, 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 boom. Go, 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 go. Do it with excellence. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Boom. Nice. All right, so when we talk about, let me get my hearts up in here. And guys, I'm really excited. This week, maybe tomorrow, I'll let you know my podcast is coming back. You know what, let me ask you a question. Do I name my podcast? It's always been Getting Real with Réal. But I'm also playing with do we want it? Or combining the both. Getting Real with Réal. The question is, do we want it? Let me know your thoughts. Anyways, people pleasing. I heard this a long time ago. It's not about when we run our life with it's how we love ourselves. We talk about love, or do we run ourselves by those are the things that love us, right? So when you think about this, I'll share a story with you. When we talk about people pleasing, we all do this. If you don't think you do, well, awesome. You can check out right now. But I remember back in the day when we used to get fan letters, right? We used to get ladders. And we actually would go, look how many letters I got. I got more letters than you. And that, or whatever, at least that's what we would think. And, we would say it too. And that was how we defined who we were, right? Does that make sense? Look at me, I get 1,000 letters a week. Well, look at me, right? Well, what if you don't get 1,000 letters? Then what? Well, maybe I'm not only half the person. You see what I'm saying? And I'll share, there was always this, I was talking to a friend about this the other day. So, we would get thousands of letters, literally, back in the day. And they'd all be like, Réal, you're so awesome. You're the best actor ever. Oh, I love you. Taggart is awesome. Blah, 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 la, 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 la. Right? Get, right? Right? Please, 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 right? And then you'd get one letter. And it'd be like, dude, you suck. You're the worst actor ever. I can't even believe you got a job. You should go die. Like really mean, hurtful stuff. And it would, I wouldn't remember any of the other letters because I was defined by people pleasing of what I would get from people. And I had to do a lot of thinking on this, and I wanted to know with my personal growth, why was I like this years after? Why was that always? Because my dad left me? Because, because I had I was bullied as a kid or whatever. And I was like, oh, I can't figure it out. What did it say? And then one day I had one of these situations happen, and I went into deep meditation, or maybe deep depression. But at this point in my life, I knew that I would come out of this, right? And it finally hit me. And then I heard this. I was listening to a podcast or something back then, and it says, you are what you love, not what loves you. You are what you love, not what loves you. And it was at that point that I realized that I had to let all that stuff go, because I was running my life by, pleasing people. What did they think of me? Did they like me? Was I good enough? Please, please, please. And I had to realize these people didn't even mean anything in my life. And when I let all that go, I could finally become the person that I was called to be. Because before that, they had me. They controlled who I was. They controlled, it was like, you think about this, guys. You ever think about when you're with people that you're really comfortable with? You don't have to please them or anything. Like, I'll use an acting analogy again. When I first get in an audition back in the day, and I still do it sometimes, when I first read it, man, I crush it. I got it, man. It's awesome. I can throw it down for my wife, for my dog, even better, right? I can throw it down for Diamond all day long. Dude, I do Academy Award winning performances every time. And then as I get ready for the audition, if I don't watch it, all of a sudden I start to get safe. I start to worry about, is this what they want? Are they gonna like what I do? Right? Please, please, please. I become into pleasing. And then I don't get to show up in my excellence. I don't get to show up in the performance that I'm supposed to. Does that make sense? Because I now have handed it over to them about pleasing them and that. So we always got to let that go so we can walk in our greatness, right? So stop being a people pleaser, right? Because here's the truth. We're so worried about what they think. Most of the time, they're not even thinking about us. In fact, they're not even thinking about us. They're not worried about what you're doing and what you're not doing. We give people too much energy, too much strength. Does that make sense? I love you guys. I'll believe in you till you believe in yourself. Look for my podcast. It's coming back. Getting Real with Réal. I think Getting Real with Réal. Or Do We Want It? I'm going to combine the both anyways. All right, Getting Real with Réal. The question is, do we want it, or are we just talking about it? This is where we get real, authentic, vulnerable, and brutally honest so we can become the best version of ourselves. What do you think? Wait till you hear my soundtrack for this. I love you guys. Take care. God bless. Boom.
Well, there you have it, people. Stop pleasing people and just please yourself. Be the best version of yourself. Go out there and just have fun. Just walk in your excellence. So with that said, thanks for listening. Please go out and subscribe to our podcast. Leave a comment and or a rating on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever is your favorite podcast place to listen. That way you bump up our podcast and more people listen to it, and that way we can change more lives. So with that said, we appreciate you sharing it with your friends. Once again, my name is Réal Andrews, aka Coach. You are listening to Getting Real with Réal, where we ask the question, do we want it? Make sure you follow me on my Instagram at Réal Andrews. So with that said, I am out. I will see you on the next episode. Make the rest of the day the best of the day. I will believe in you till you believe in yourself. Take care. God bless. Boom.